It won't be long before the underpass underneath Canterbury Road on the Cooks River is going to be closed off for roadworks. And instead of taking the detour that's been suggested by council, we're going to show you yet another option which goes down Broughton Street, across Canterbury Road, down Canberra Street, along Hurlston Avenue and then Ford Avenue. So it's too late to provide feedback to Canterbury Council on these options, but this was filmed on a Baybug ride on Wednesday, and we're going to demonstrate how this route works. Now, the point to note is that it really only works when you're going from west to east. It doesn't work the other way. Now, first thing you got to do is you got to take this fork in the road before you get to the railway bridge. And it's just a short little climb which will take us up to Broughton Street. Now, when I originally did this diversion or this detour route, I did it in the opposite direction. And one of the aspects I didn't like was getting off Broughton Street in front of us onto this path from the other direction. Now, it's fine going in this direction because you've got good visibility in both directions for vehicles coming from your left or right. But if you're coming down Broughton Street trying to get onto it, it's actually a bit of a nightmare trying to get onto that on a blind curve. That's one reason why it only really works in one direction. Now, you do have to note that this is an intersection where it's certainly give way on one side, so watch for cars coming from your left. But otherwise, it's a pretty cruisy ride up to Canterbury Road and the traffic lights. It is all a little bit uphill. It's not nice and flat like going along the Cooks River, which obviously following a river, it's nice and flat. So you will be going up and down a little bit. Now we get to the top here, hop into the left-hand lane because we're going to go straight across into Canberra Avenue at the Canterbury Hotel, which is a nice Art Deco style. We were kind of arguing about what the architectural style of this pub is. But it's probably less frustrating waiting at the lights there for 30 or 40 seconds on the road than trying to do it on the footpath and being mixed up with lots of pedestrians, and it's a lot more crowded, blah, blah, blah. Now, another reason for this really only working in the west-east direction is this section of Canberra Street is one way, and we're going that one way. If you wanted to do it the other way, obviously you'd be breaking the law unless they turn this into a bi-directional diversion. Now, you might have noticed the drain grate there that we went around. Just watch out for stuff like that as you're coming along here. Council hasn't bothered to rotate those around. Now we're going to go across our first intersection, pretty easy. The condition of the road's a bit variable. There are some potholes and stuff on it, but otherwise it's pretty good. And you can see here we're just rolling down the hill nicely. Another reason for probably not wanting to do this in the opposite direction is the hills. Now we're getting to our first turn. We're going to turn right at Hurlston Avenue and go over the railway line. Now this is a really simple route to remember because essentially you're just doing two right-hand turns, and that's it. Because what we're going to do here is follow this road along. It curves around to our left, so you don't have to worry about turning anywhere. You just follow the curve. Again, it's a nice downhill cruise. We're just rolling down here, taking it easy. And then when we get to the end here, we're going to turn right once again. So, don't worry about the cross streets, etc. Just wait until you get to the T-junctions and you run out of road and turn. So that's pretty straightforward. And here we are, Ford Avenue. You don't even need to remember the names of the roads where you need to turn. Just go, I'm going to go to the T-junction and I'm going to turn right. And again, we just roll down the hill and we're going to get to back on the path at the Cooks River. So I think everyone agreed that was a good way to go in that direction. Probably not so great for commuters if you're going back and forth each day and you've now got to worry about, well, how do I go back the other way? But for casual cyclists, etc., this is a good way to do it. And this was our little kind of post-mortem where everyone's like, yep, that worked really well, easy to follow, pretty safe, and there you have it. So probably a much better option going in that direction than what Canterbury Bankstown Council is offering. Although I guess we'll see what happens at the traffic lights once they actually start work, whether it's still viable. But think about it, give it a go. Leave some comments down below on what you think of that and whether you've got any alternatives going in the other direction. And if you like, subscribe to Baybug.